Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top stories first. TDC gives rupees 2 lakh financial help to 3 meritorious but needy students, including AIPMT topper of Manipur, K. Alex. The news in detail. In what could be unquestionably described as a great humane gesture, the Transporters and Drivers Council (TDC) has extended financial help to the tune of rupees 2 lakh to 3 excellent but needy students. President of TDC H. Ranjit, along with other office bearers of the council, today visited the dilapidated house of Kangabam Alex, son of late K. Iboyaima, who stood the first position in the All India pre-medical test for Manipur at Sega Road, Khairakpam Lekai, Imphal West, and handed over an amount of rupees 1 lakh to him as help from the TDC for his medical studies. The team also met the mother of Alex, Kangabam Ongbi Leima. Deputy Secretary, Department of Personnel Ahanthem Subhash also took part in the visit. Alex's mother, Leima, told the team that she used to earn money by weaving clothes on a loom just to meet the expenses for her 2 children's education. But as she suffered from an illness, her loom had to be sold off, and now she is earning money by working at other people's homes. She does any kind of work only to bear the expenses for her sons and daughters' education, she said. The team then went to the house of Salam Kennedy, son of late Ibohanbi and Shashibala, who secured the 63rd rank in the same AIPMT at Chingamaka Liwa Lambi, and paid him a sum of rupees 50,000 as help from the TDC. Later, the TDC team went to Thangmaiban Laurungpure Lekai in Imphal West district, where a girl by the name of Langpok Lakpam Preeti, who bagged the 3rd position in the recent Class 12 examination arts stream conducted by the Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur, lives, and gave her a sum of rupees 50,000 as help for her further studies. Preeti had lost her father when she was only 4 years old, and again lost her mother when she was 6 years old. She has been living together with her uncle and aunt since then. In connection with the help-giving visit, President of TDC H. Ranjit said the TDC does not only work for getting roads and bridges repaired, but also works to extend financial help to the meritorious but poor students.
Line Kudimaka, Angamba, Takta, Angamba, Shatida, Pangwea, Tunda, Kodasu, Jay Kudingi, Kudum Chadaba, Kudum Tiba, Tenava, Miosinda. Do my moon in that way, Pina no give away. Do my Pandama, Tamli, Aduga, Luena, Equigi, Haiba Makata, Koda, Equigi, my wishing China, Equigi, Makatam Davada, Equigi, Kudum Chadaba, Amadi, my family, Adumba, Aruba, Position Lergadi, Didishi the soup, or Pongo Pongin Tonava to be Tajado, Pijari, Amadi Pongo Biro, and
a 10-day post-cocoon technology and cocoon craft training program has concluded at the office of Iramdam Cocoon Products, Kurai Chingangbam Lekai in Imphal East District today. Sericulture Minister Govindas Konthaujam, Chairman of Manipur Pollution Control Board and MLA of Kurai Assembly Constituency, Dr. N.G. Bijoy, and President of Pandam, Yumnamcha Dilip Kumar, were the main guests at the function. Yumnamcha Dilip Kumar expressed his desire for the government of Manipur to pay extra attention to the field of sericulture. Govindas Konthaujam said the state government is taking up a lot of schemes for developing sericulture products in Manipur.
Then Imphal East, then Imphal West. I distribution for the topic. I Wakanda Yamna Hajada Hamzada Visoram Tare Port Tolay Pumsida Hena Equina Toya Silaga Aquini investor with Helagadi Potoxium Kahena 1 metric ton Tomadu Sahi Mother 2 metric ton Torkani next year the 3 metric ton Torpia Aquina support system Japana Pazana Pilagadi.
Mimi Yaima and S. Purnima Devi have been elected as President and General Secretary respectively of the Kiam Sifai Khong Ahanbi Nupi Marup by the members unanimously. Let's head for a short commercial break.
Adom koi phambiyo ai sak thong laga lake.
Thagachari. Cha tha taruk sri jung gi chak cha daba.
Sir chak banbada ai di chak lamsil lakle. Aidi yung chana thongba yam ningsing lagle. Asengba. Chana thongba.
Sambar su. Yung ningsing lagle sir.
Laubiyu, mahau khudimaki asemba magul. Nalpa mashala. Lamgi mahau, lamdam sida.
Manipur gi oiba AIPMT 2014 gi I am the topper.
My name is Randa Lat Sahib. I secured rank 2 in AIPMT 2014. I'm a student of Combat Regular Course.
I Combat Regular Course yaujaraga ngasi AIPMT gi topper oiba ngamjabani.
Moving on to some national and international news now. Rescuers have recovered 5 bodies today from the river Bias in Himachal Pradesh in a search for 24 students from Telangana who were washed away in a sudden surge of water released from a dam. The students were all from an engineering college in Hyderabad. They were standing on the Bias river's edge on Sunday evening taking photographs when they were hit by a torrent of water. This morning, soldiers, police and other rescue workers were seen combing the banks of the river, while others in kayaks were paddling slowly downstream, checking around boulders. Divers, special forces and choppers have also been pressed into service, an official said. A group of nearly 50 engineering students were travelling on buses to the tourist hill station of Manali when they stopped in the Kulu Valley, some 200 kilometres, 130 miles from state capital Shimla. The surge of water occurred when a hydroelectric power project opened its floodgates, sending tons of water downstream, officials have said. Pakistani security forces today said they had cleared the Karachi airport of militants nearly 12 hours after the start of a siege that left at least 27 people dead, a paramilitary official said. The attack is over and we have cleared the area of all militants and we will hand over the airport to the Civil Aviation Authority at 12 p.m. Paramilitary Rangers spokesman Sibtain Rizvi told reporters. The Pakistani Taliban have claimed responsibility for the attack. They describe it as revenge for the death of their leader, Hakimullah Mehsood, who was killed in a US drone strike in November. This is our first attack to avenge the death of Hakimullah Mehsood, said Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan spokesman Shahidullah Shahid to news agency AFP, while dismissing the Pakistani government's recent offer of peace talks as a tool of war. It's just the beginning. We have taken revenge for one. We have to take revenge for hundreds, he said. The initial assault at Jinnah International Airport in Pakistan's southern port city began late Sunday and raged until dawn, when the military said that at least 24 people, including all 10 attackers, had been killed. The gunmen were wearing military uniforms and shot their way into the airport. Equipped with suicide vests, grenades and rocket launchers, they had battled security forces in one of the most brazen attacks in years in Pakistan's biggest city. Among the 14 victims were 4 airport workers. The new government will pursue a broad economic reform agenda focused on job creation through public and private investment that also makes containing inflation its top priority, President Pranab Mukherjee told Parliament on Monday. The President told lawmakers elected in Modi's landslide victory last month that the government would introduce a general sales tax, encourage foreign investment and speed up approvals for major business projects, while tackling bottlenecks that make India's food inflation the highest among major economies. The anti-inflationary message will be welcomed by RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan, who has made India's growth-stifling high interest rates contingent on containing consumer prices. Mukherjee said returning to a path of high economic growth after several volatile years was paramount. The 16th Lok Sabha will not have a leader of the opposition. Speaker Sumitra Mahajan has decided in consultation with the government after taking into account past practices and precedents, sources said. According to Parliament rules, the biggest opposition party in the House has to have at least 10% of the total strength of the Lok Sabha or 55 seats to be eligible for the post of leader of opposition. In the Lok Sabha elected last month, no party has that number. The Congress with 44 MPs is the largest opposition party, closely followed by J. Jayalalitha's AIA-DMK at 37. The BJP won 282 seats and with its allies enjoys a strength of 336 MPs in the House. The Congress put up its worst performance ever. The BJP-led government of Narendra Modi had earlier said it would study precedents to decide whether or not to allow the Congress the post of LOP. There was no leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha during the prime ministerships of Jawaharlal Nehru and Rajiv Gandhi, when the Congress enjoyed a brute majority in the Lok Sabha and the opposition space had shrunk considerably. Telugu Desam Party TDP chief N. Chandrababu Naidu was on Sunday sworn in as the first Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh post its bifurcation at a function at Nagarjuna Nagar, 18 kilometers from Vijayawada. I will work as coolie number 1 to rebuild the state into a Swarna or golden Andhra Pradesh, a sunrise country and a knowledge hub. I will strive to make AP the number 1 state in the country with your participation and cooperation, Mr. Naidu said as he dedicated TDP's victory in the elections to the Telugu people. Governor ESL Narasimhan administered the oath of office and secrecy to Mr. Naidu at 7:27 p.m., the auspicious time set for the occasion. Several union ministers, chief ministers and top leaders of the BJP and other NDA parties were present on the occasion. Mr. Naidu took his oath in Telugu amidst thunderous cheers by party workers. The Reserve Bank of India was spotted buying dollars via state-run banks starting around 58.98 on Monday, 3 traders told Reuters. The central bank continued its heavy intervention to curb strength in the rupee. The rupee was at 59.05 per dollar by 2:22 p.m. off its session high of 58.98. The currency closed at 59.1718 on Friday. The rupee had opened stronger tracking gains in local share markets, which hit record highs for a second straight session on continued hopes of wide-ranging reforms by the new government. According to a Reuters poll last week, the rupee will only make scant gains in the next 12 months as the economy remains weak, although optimism around a new government and a narrowing current account deficit will underpin the currency. And now let's take a look at the top stories once again. TDC gives rupees 2 lakh financial help to 3 meritorious but needy students, including AIPMT topper of Manipur, K. Alex. Thanks for watching ISTV News. Do keep watching.